Thank you, thank you, thank you.
We have people that try their very best to keep us straight. They don't always succeed, but I thank God that they try. We try as well.
Remind us of you fall asleep.
Right?
Thanks for coming in, you all. We
So
love you.
come
Thank you.
on.
We're Pastors Greg and Michelle of
We are.
marriagemix3.com with GD and me. You'll find us on Periscope, on YouTube.
Yep,
You'll find us on IG,
we're
Facebook Live.
everywhere you want to
We're
be. Hey,
here,
Booski.
we're there, we're everywhere.
Hey, sweetheart. Love
Thank
you,
you
darling.
for joining us.
Thank you so much for being a part of who we are. You guys are amazing. Y'all rock. So we are going to ask that you would go ahead and come on in and invite someone and share the broadcast, as we see a couple of you have already done. Thank you so much for what you all do. Thank you, Dr. Enchanta. The Lord bless you, woman of God. Appreciate you guys so much. I don't know how many of you all were with us last night, but we had an amazing time. Y'all are crazy. I'm just saying. We had an amazing time last night, and we were able to. Was it last night?
Yes.
Good night. Good night. No, it was the night before.
We did have an amazing
We
time tonight.
we did have an amazing time last night, but I'm talking about, to me, amazing is we went into prayer and intercession, and we were able to pull, some stuff out of the heavens. It was Tuesday night. Yeah, everything is just. You're so churchy.
Our daughter said she is loving the army green and red.
Hey, what? Pull up.
Army green. Yeah, it used to be OD green.
Okay.
So not old dirty green.
Not old dirty. Okay. I'm feeling it. I love it. Hey, Kimmy, how are you, woman of God? Thank you for joining us tonight. We're doing pretty good.
Hello, Drew.
I have to say, we're doing pretty well. We're trying to get some stuff together. Our Tava is working. Our energy is up like it's supposed to be. It's always a great time here. Thank you. We have an amazing time as well. If we didn't, we probably wouldn't do this. And we probably wouldn't have been doing it. It's something about liking what you do so that it's not as much work as something, because some stuff, you can't stand it and you keep doing it over and over and over again. And so you get to the place where you're ready to retire. We're not trying to retire. I mean, not ministry. I don't think they give us a retirement. They don't pay us enough, first of all, to give us a retirement.
Deirdre would just love that. She said,
I'm just.
Deirdre would say, that was shade.
Deirdre or Danielle?
Danielle.
It would have been Danielle.
I'm sorry, Deirdre.
That's not an indictment on anyone, but I just, for the most part, when you are.
And that's anywhere. Yeah. I mean, I think there are some pastors now that,
but it's not
the bank.
Church.
Yeah.
Right. Well, some of it, because you have to do a commensuration, but you also have to do other things. And that's the problem. I don't know why we're talking about this, but that's the thing, is that a lot of pastors are not only receiving income from pastoring. Some are bivocational, others are doing other things, like they're writing books, they're doing some other kind of work in order to take care of what they need to take care of, because some churches can't afford to have a whole parsonage.
Absolutely. And a full-time pastor.
Right. Absolutely. Right. And so
there are churches that still have worship services on the first and third Sunday.
Oh my Lord.
Or one Sunday out of a month. And that was prior to
what we got going on, right? Hey, Greater here. What's up, darling? Thank you for joining us tonight.
Funny,
what's that?
There's an echo.
Where you hearing
on
it
the
from?
Messages.
How you feel?
Not audibly, but Amber Dawn's messages are coming up twice.
Oh, okay.
And now Kimmy's are coming up twice.
Well, they just love the people.
It's fine though. We love y'all.
Hey, sir. Hey, darling. How are you? It's good to see you.
A new love.
A new love. Ooh, yeah. We love you. Yes, it was. Oh my God, how do you remember that? Yo, that was my song right there. I used to jam. All right, so come on in the room, invite someone, share the broadcast. Let's get in here tonight. We are supposed to be talking about the 6 relationship and marriage challenges that people are dealing with in these days and times. Not just in these days and times, I think for all days and times. I think ever since Adam was introduced to the lovely Miss Adam.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
That,
he
that
called her Eve, but
exactly. I think there has been some stuff. There's always some stuff.
She was also.
She was, Adam. They call their name Adam, right? Ain't nobody scared. That's right. We staying healthy. Yes, 6 relationship and marriage challenges. Let's see. Kimmy Doll is saying cooking food, writing books, making jewelry, all kinds of stuff. We know what Pastor Wilson is doing.
Speaking of shade, Danielle, yeah, they're just cutting all into your territory.
I am dying.
My goodness.
She said we all know what Pastor Wilson is doing for extra money.
We're doing that.
Yeah, no, we ain't doing that.
Selling no fish or chicken or chitlin sandwiches or chitlin plates.
I love it.
We ain't doing that. We'll give it away, but make you a pot of beans, but we ain't selling you. Our bean pies.
Dr. Enchanter.
That's my shade.
Do you know, Dr. Enchanter, what's going on here? I don't know if you know what's really going on here, but that was very shady. That was very, 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 very shady. But it is what it is.
She's reminding us of thank you, Dr. Enchanter. See, I banter.
It is what it is. It is what it is. So y'all come on in here and let's talk tonight. She said, speaking of chitlins, she had 3 plates of it. Y'all, oink, oink. Okay, the pig will get you every time. All right. So we got to get back over here where we're supposed to be. We done went all over, Robin. We done went all over the world.
Get back in home.
We try.
Come on back in.
Her stomach just turned. All right. So what I want to remind you all about is that we have available for you guys. If you have not yet gone and gotten, and let me throw that up on the screen for you all. That is called the State of the Marriage Address. Now, this is a worksheet that is going to help you to determine where you are in your relationship. Right? She says it is what it is. Thank Jesus Christ, God for laughter and ethics, and most importantly, grace and mercy. Amen. I heard you. I hear you. The state of the marriage is something that we develop in order for you to have a checkup. The same way that our president would do a State of the Union address at some part during the year. This is what we have done because we know that we should do some checkups before we get into trouble. Right? You should get checked up before you get into trouble. When you are pregnant, you don't wait until you're going in for delivery in order to meet your doctor. Right, Dr. Enchanter? Hey, Juice. Right. So what we did, we've developed this. You can go ahead and get the download. It's absolutely free for you at bit.ly/MM3LINKS. Okay? Go ahead and pick up your copy. It's free to you. Invite someone, share the broadcast, let them know, go over to get that State of the Marriage address, okay? Now, tonight, it really is. And listen, y'all, if we would ever get to the place where we begin to check up our marriages and relationships before they go awry.
And to value good information.
Yes.
And proper sources.
That's right.
Not every source
is a good one. Source. That's right. The Bible says it like this, that in the multitude of counsel there is wisdom.
Right.
Now,
much wisdom.
Much wisdom. Lots and lots.
A quantifier.
Wisdom. And then he says that if you lack in wisdom, all you have to do is ask God, and he will give it
to every man
liberally and upbraideth not. That's the King James word. He just hands it out. He's like, hey, you want some? Come on. You want some of this? Come on. My name is Lenny.
No mess with the liberality.
I got all the wisdom right in here. You want some? You need some? If I ain't got it, you ain't getting it. Okay, so I'm playing, y'all. I'm playing. All right. So, 6 challenges when we're talking about relationships. Thank you guys that are new, that are coming in. We didn't even introduce ourselves. I'm Pastor Michelle. This is Pastor G. We're spiritual relationship counselors and veterans of the United States Air Force. We are authors. We are local pastors. We are, what else do we do? We're parents. Air Force veterans. We're married to each other. We're grandparents.
Right. And we're your go-to couple for all things relationship.
Boom, boom, pow.
And we appreciate you being here. So tonight
we're talking about some challenges. I don't think we're going to get through them all because it's already 9:50. The Ish Police has already spoken. 10, 15, you know, exactly. And so what we want to do is just go through some of these, and there are 6 of them, but like I said, we'll probably only get through a couple of them tonight. She said, "Good to meet you. You are a mess." Kimmy doll, like, we don't know you. And Juice is in the building. Hello, he Juice. Is loose. She said they drinking Henny and eating people. Okay. Well then, he ain't selling no place either. Oh my God. What the bear don't know won't hurt her. Oh, about them chitlins. Oh my goodness. Y'all are so funny. I love it. Hey, Danielle, God bless you, woman of God. Thank you all for coming in and for sharing. Listen, if no one shared this in the love seat, I haven't done it. Share it in the love seat so that the people know that we are on. And so Jock can go on and get in here. Oh, I have to share a picture of my peach cobbler cheesecake.
Sounds very interesting.
Sounds really delicious. Cobbler cheesecake. I'm here for this. All right. Let me see a number. Email us a slide. Inbox my slides. Okay. Email's gonna take too long. Inbox my. I don't want a half. I want a whole slice. I want a whole slice. A half of the whole thing. Okay, I got you. So that's like 6 or 7 slices. I'm here for it. Okay. She told us she needs the timeout. I love it. So one of the things that we have to look for when we're talking about our relationships, one of the challenges that we have found that couples have an issue with is something called balance. Okay. Put balance there in the chat. Balance. Yes. Yeah. What? What?
The yin
and the yang. Yes. We're supposed to balance. We are opposite, but we are compatible, right? With each other. Yeah. Even though his hand is like 2 times bigger than mine, right? What? You settle for that?
It's considerably.
Your hand is bigger. However, it has the same functions.
Corresponding, yes.
Yep, same functions, right? Now, does my hand and your hand, my grandmother used to say it like this, that one hand can't clap, right? One hand can't clap. Now, I can put 2 of mine together and clap. However, when I'm married, what I have effectively said is that the 2 of us have come together. So now I can clap even though I only have one hand available because my spouse has the other hand. Hey, what? Come on, do it. Yes. Balance, right? Totally balance. Balance like brown on Cornish hen, that she says over here, right? Somebody's getting ready for Thanksgiving. Yeah. So when we get to the place where we're out of balance, what does that mean? Sometimes it means that we're working too many hours. We're spending too much time away from our spouse. Out of balance could be that I am not spending enough time with God so that I can relate to my spouse. Okay. And so what we have to learn, and we were talking about this in the other group the other day, that if we are going to be in business, especially if you are entrepreneurs, small business owners, and you work for yourself, there's going to have to be those times where you're going to have to say, all right, I have to cut this off. And now it's time for me to spend that time, that energy with my spouse, because I don't want to lose one trying to work on the other. Okay. Balance. And the Bible talks about God and how our God is, he likes a just weight. We've been in the Proverbs. If you all have not been a part of the I Am Enough lifestyle group on Facebook, that's the group that the ladies are a part of. If you're not in the group, then you don't really understand as much about the Proverbs as what we've been talking about. But it keeps coming out over and over and over that God loves a just way. If you tell somebody that you're giving them 5 pounds of sugar and you're really only putting 4 pounds in there, but you're charging them for 5 pounds, God isn't pleased with that. And he's also not pleased if you are one of those that are out of balance inside of the relationship. And it's a challenge. It can really become such a challenge that some people say, you know what, I'm going into town. I won't do this anymore, because you want to spend all of your time with the boys, the fellas. You want to spend all your time with the girls. You want to be at work for 80 hours per week, right? And then when I ask you for some time, you act like you're so exhausted and you can't give me what I need. Okay? She said, preach. I'm trying. You don't know what you're missing if you're not in the group. Thank you, Kimmy. Things aren't wobbly. Okay, I see.
Or even having
that's right
tires on there that are not, you're not rotating them frequently.
Yes.
What is it, 3,000 miles, I believe you're supposed to rotate. 1,500 to 3,000, you need to have your tires rotated. And the purpose of having them rotated is so that you'll have more even wear. And when you're not rotating them, then you're subject to get out of alignment. And when you're out of alignment, you may have a wobble. You are more prone to accidents. You're more prone to wandering into someone else's lane. So those are factors of when we are not properly balanced. So what they will do is take your tires when you buy them new. They'll put them on this little device, on this little tool, and they will rotate them to make sure that there is no wobble, there's no play, that they're moving smoothly. Okay. And if it happens to be off a little bit, they'll add a little lead weight to the inside of the tire in order to give that tire balance. Right. And so that needs to be done periodically. And so we need to also apply that same principle to our lives.
True that.
And if we're out of balance, look, some stuff is going to happen. It's going to catch you. Yep. You know, you may end up in a ditch. And you absolutely have to be balanced in life.
That ain't what you want. Okay. She said a stable foundation is a key to a successful relationship. And that is absolutely correct. All right. And we have to have one of the things that we teach in our premarital course is the triangle. Now, I know y'all know about that other triangle, but we ain't talking about that triangle. We ain't talking about the intimacy triangle, okay? So come on back, because I know some of y'all done did a quantum leap over into something we ain't even talking about right now. This is the premarital. See, premarital, we ain't supposed to be having sex, so we don't talk about that then. We talk about it now, okay? So the triangle is that where we talk about the Lord. When my husband or my wife is not hearing me, I have to breach the triangle. Instead of going across to the husband or the wife, I now
instead of leaving here
and going here, right? I now have to cross the triangle and go straight up to God.
Yes.
Because God, even though, look, he said, okay, you know what? You put your hands up and let me do it.
I wasn't doing well enough on my hands.
You weren't doing it right. You got some big old hands. Okay. So this is the triangle.
That looks like a triangle.
It does. When we're talking about communication, especially, right? There's the triangle. Now, if this is the husband and this is the wife, we're supposed to be able to communicate this way. That's our horizontal, right? But sometimes there's something messed up. There's something in between here. Something, well, keep your fingers there. Something has broken the connection. Okay, stop it.
Get out of there. Get out of there, Miss Lily. CZQ, whatever you
Something has broken the connection. And so now the wife is wanting to talk to the husband, but this broken obstruction in here is causing the lines to be all wobbly. They don't understand what each other's saying. She's talking Martian. She's talking Venus, and he's talking Martian. And so they can't get a hold to each other. So here's the thing. Both individuals, they should have their own relationship with God. Okay. Absolutely. And God is always going to be at the top of the triangle, right? Because he's the top. And here now, if he can't go over here and keep the communication going, what he then has to do is he begins to talk to God. And then God is able to get a hold to her. Y'all see that? Same thing the other way. If she wants to say something to him, but the communication has been broken, garbled up, then she can't get to him. So she then goes to God, and God is going to get his attention one way or another. God is going to get both people's attention. And so when this is acting up, you still have another avenue in order to still get to them. Okay? She said, no speaking to English. I'm listening, doing some paper. Awesome. Thank you so much. A threefold cord is not easily broken. All right, let me see the number twos. I see Sister Shirley has entered the building. How are you, woman of God? Number one intercessor. Thank you for coming in. All right. Let me see the twos, you guys, there in the chat. Did that make sense to y'all? The triangle? I know y'all haven't taken the premarital course. I get it. But does that make sense to y'all what we were saying? Let me see a number two. Tell us, and then let us know with the number two as well, because we got to move to number two.
Got it.
Okay. I see the number twos. I see the twos. I see the twos. They got it. Okay. All right. So when we're also talking of 6 of the things that we have to deal with, yes, ma'am. Awesome. That we have to deal with as far as challenges when it comes to marriages and relationships is when you're having to blend families. Challenges with children.
Wow.
Y'all, oh Lord.
And family structures have changed so much over the years.
Yes.
I think it's always been, particularly with African American families, an issue where you may have a parent that has deceased, or a parent who is not in the picture. In most cases, probably a father who is not in the picture.
True.
And grandparents end up taking up the slack.
That's it.
Raising the children. Now, what's changed nowadays is very often it's the great grandparents.
Yes.
That are raising
children.
Helping to raise children.
It's true.
Absolutely. So the family structure now very often includes a niece or a nephew.
It's true.
Another family member that has to be raised.
It's true.
And so our family structures have really changed a lot.
The landscape is different.
Yes.
And so even some teachers, they have become so super sensitive to the children that they teach that now some of them, instead of saying, well, when you get home, tell your mom or your dad, some are now saying, well, tell your grown-up. Okay. Yeah. And the reason why they say that is because everybody's home doesn't look the same. Everybody doesn't have their mother and their father. Some people have their mother and their stepfather. Some people have their stepfather, their father and their stepmother, right? Some people, like you were saying, they're being raised by a grandparent and even great-grandparents. Yeah. Some people are hanging out with their aunties. Some are in a foster situation, right? So we have to know that there are challenges when it comes to the children and blending a family. And you have to also understand that there's going to be different homes, and in the different homes, there's going to be different rules.
Absolutely. So divorce is another thing that may cause or lead to a blended family and divorce and remarriage.
That's right. Right. So here you are in a relationship with a new person. You're remarried. You've got children. You got her children, his children, and our children together. Right. She said, thank God for aunties. They do rock. Amen. Exactly. And so when you're dealing with, we talked about this when we talk about baby mama and baby papa drama, okay? Because we have seen so much. It's sometimes I'm like, huh? Okay, it's incredible, but it can work. You have to put some parameters into place, however, in order for it to work. Some of the things that you have to put into place is knowing that it is not about you. Okay. And when you've got a parent that is vindictive, you've got a parent that is hateful, you have a parent that did not want to move on, and now they're seeing you with someone else, there comes in the issue. There's the jealousy, there's the hatred, there's the vindictiveness, and sometimes people are motivated not for the good. Some people are motivated through, I call it devilment. Okay. Oh, so you can't be happy with me. You ain't going to be happy with nobody. And people will also use children as pawns when you're talking about time sharing, about money, things of that nature. And it can be very hard. God bless you. You all right? You're allergic to it. It can be so heart-wrenching when someone says, oh, you can't pay the XYZ, so you don't get to talk to them, or you don't get to do something. You don't get to because you didn't, right? And understandably, you've got the other parent that has the may have the brunt of the raising, the school fees, because some people are very much, well, you get X amount of money, so why do I need to give you anything extra for anything extra when it's really not extra? You see what I'm saying? When you're driving people to activities, you're picking people up from schools, you're going to plays, you're going to practices, and all of those things. All of that may not have factored in when two people are divorcing. And that's why that song that says it's cheaper to keep her, yo, it's cheaper to maintain one household than it is to maintain two. Period.
And the load becomes even more easy when you have two people that are both willing to work.
Right.
You know, and you gotta put in the work.
Yes.
It's it can be awfully frustrating, and we understand those parents who are doing it alone. You know, those of you who are in a situation where you're having to be both mom and dad, you got Christmas and Easter and thanks, you got every day.
Right.
You know, and we understand that. One of the issues, incarceration.
Yes.
You know, incarceration rates, you know,
especially in African
for
American
whatever reason,
families,
are extremely high. And so the Black females have a larger portion of the load to carry.
Right.
And Lord, what a challenge.
Ooh, I'm telling you.
You know we're praying for you.
Okay.
You gotta know we're praying for you.
She says it takes a village to raise a child. Yes, sometimes it does. And you all have to remember also that back in the day, when there wasn't so much commerce, when there wasn't so much travel, you couldn't just jump in a plane and go across the country. You had to go with a horse and a wagon. You had to get a horse and a buggy. You had to walk. And so for the most part, people were closer together. And so you had a whole slew of family members.
And you could depend on the people when you were born. You could depend on those same people being around when you die or when you became of age.
Yes.
Right. And so people live closer to each other.
They did. It wasn't
families were closer.
And you're in the military and so you're going overseas and all that. We didn't have all those things back in the day. And so we found that the same kind of support systems are not in place. And so you have to find a different way to receive support, whether that is with a good friend or a MOPS group, like a mothers of preschoolers, or a particular a group where moms get together and they do carpooling, things of that nature. Integrity was huge. Yes,
that's true. You could you could depend on the neighbors,
Right.
and you didn't have to worry about so much uh, pedophiles. I mean, not that those things have not always existed.
Right.
They've always been there, but not to the level that we see nowadays. People have mobility. They're able to go, across country in a couple of hours, a few hours,
Yeah.
providing the planes leave on time and, don't make 20 stops along the way.
Right.
And so travel, so many things have made things better,
Yeah.
but the better things have gotten on some levels, the worse they become on other levels.
This is
right?
so true. Oh my goodness. All right, y'all, let me see those number 3s in the chat. I think we'll do this third one and then we will get on down to for the night.
Shirley says
Chapter, yes, ma'am. Yes,
Proverbs,
ma'am.
okay.
Come on, chapter 28. Yes,
on,
I'm here
Proverbs.
for it.
Single Mama Club.
Yes. Something where you can have some support. There are some churches that on certain nights of the week that they will have a mom's night out. It's for dads too, but they just call it mom's night because it's usually the mom. You know how traditional households that the mother that mom is at home, she's not working or what have you, or she's working from home and dad goes out and comes. So that's why a lot of these programs were put into place, was to help to give some support to women.
Yeah, and I wanted to say something about that last night. You have a cousin Nicole, who formed a whole program based upon a need, a passion for moms to have help, have more help, and a recognition that moms need more help. And maybe you have a business inside of you, but I think you counsel with her, you talk with her, and we prayed with her about her business. And she is now the founder and the owner of a company. It's called Moms Need Help Too. And she in the
Find
DC,
her on. She's in wait a minute. Virginia. Yes.
Virginia Beach.
Yes.
In that area, but doing
it's amazing.
And really
you got your concierge service. If you need groceries, if you're going on a date, you want whatever it is, they have a service available. If you need a nanny for a night, oh, that's good. I need to tell her about that. A nanny for a night. I don't know if she uses that, but that's good right there.
That's cool.
Nanny for a night. Boom. Yeah. All right. Like cell phones are seen as a blessing and a curse. You are that is so very true. All right. So number 3, now Dr. Enchanter, you said depending what? What are we talking about? I missed something there. Number 3, I would have had 2 daughters and I would have been so overprotective because of the climate we live in, period. Yes, ma'am. I get it.
Did you do this?
Honey, you gotta use a little more finesse. You did it like somebody was gonna cut somebody's throat. Okay. All right. So here's
I have my blade out.
Okay. We have. Okay, I'm gonna say her information, especially that nanny part. Yes, Lord. Amen. Number 3. Which one should we go with? Let's see. Let's go with challenges with life stages. Okay, y'all put life stages there in the chat. I'm gonna save her info. Yep, I would have. Okay, I already read those. Amber, no, we got you. Okay, listen, I have. Okay, wait, I'm just making sure I didn't miss something. Okay, no, we're good. I see you, Pastor G. That's a mess. All right. Challenges with life stages. Now, I know that people feel like everyone gets married when they're around 20 and 26. Okay. But listen, we are at a place in history where people are waiting longer and longer to get married, and some are not getting married at all. Okay. Now, life stages, every single person. We talk about this in times and seasons when we for believers, that class that we taught. Time and seasons for believers. There is a chronos time, which is a chronological time. That means the clock is ticking. And there's a kairos time. Kairos is God's opportune moments, right? This is where you see God doing some things and you can, and it's like the opportunity presents itself and it's like, whoosh, okay? Now, chronos is going to happen regardless. the elders would say, you ain't seen that yet. Keep on living, baby. Keep on living, right? So we're keeping on living. And if we continue to live, we move from one stage to another. And we talk about this in that class where we've got the summer of our life, the spring of our life, the fall of our life, and the winter of our lives. Now, imagine that the winter is usually that time of death. Okay? God's time is always the best time. Yes, ma'am. And a lot of people don't believe in marriage anymore. That's why they're not getting married. And it's true. So when you are in the spring of your life, that's when you're just being born. Everything is new. It's like, wow, this is amazing. You learn, you're starting to crawl, all of those things. You move into the next stage where it's the summer of your life. You are at this place where, wow, I met this person. I'm a teenage and a mental. Oh, Lord.
Go ahead, honey. I'm just
Hey. Oh, okay. Where was I?
Okay. So in the spring,
you're born.
you're young.
Okay, you're young. You're not thinking about too much of anything. You want to play. Then when you get around teenage years, you're a young adult. You're in a place where you're starting to know who you are. You're looking at your degree.
Let's fast forward.
What kind of work career am I going to have? Then you move into the fall of your life where it's like, oh my goodness, I've met this person. Everything is wonderful. She said, your nose is wide open. Right? And you end up marrying someone. And then during the marriage, you have children. So now after this, you move on a little further. And now you're at an older age. Your kids are gone. You're at home. It's just you and that person that you married. Okay, so different stages of your life is going to carry different challenges. And when you are in a marriage relationship, there's going to be different things that start to come. Okay, he may have been young and virile, right? But then at a certain point, when he begins to get older and he slows down, and he may not have his whole frame and his whole Zama, at the same time. Okay. You may find that he goes through a little life change where, and I believe wholeheartedly that men go through menopause. I don't care what nobody says. There's menopause for women and there's menopause for men. And they go through where things are changing. They don't feel the same anymore. They are feeling sometimes a little bit less worth because people aren't depending upon them to go out and kill and kill dinner and bring it home and wrestle down bears and all of that. Is he still breathing?
Because a lot of times men define themselves, they look at themselves based on their ability to work, to make a living. Now, if they're unable to ever land that position that provides them from that, their winter may come sooner. Sadly, that winter may come sooner, or they may experience some winter early on. And all of that has an effect. It can affect health. It affects mental health, physical health, well-being, a sense of who you are.
Yes.
And of course, in your relationship.
She said the only thing they're missing is the night sweats. Okay. And some of them do have that too. Okay.
Yeah, if you're diabetic, you're going to have some night sweats.
Midlife crisis going on. They want the fancy sports. Yeah, so there's all of those things going on. You don't feel anymore that women are looking at you, as desirable. And so now you see that they're wanting to take more time with their health and, just different things like that. And women, it's the same thing with women. We go through those times where like, does he still love me? And well, is this really what I'm supposed to be doing with my life? Now my children are out of school. Now I don't have to be full-time mom. I don't have to be full-time wife. And when I say that, I don't mean that there are part-time wives. I'm saying that you're not at home taking care of children, taking care of laundry and dinner and all of that, because at this point in time, your mate it's just the two of you. And so you don't have to do as much. Why she wouldn't marry me because I bought a Walmart ring? You're so silly, right? So now you're older, your children are like leaving home or they're gone, and you're having to find each other. And then right when you're getting comfortable with finding each other, now your parents start getting older, and now you may have to step in and help your parents.
And so the family structure may change again because one of them may, or several may end up moving home with you.
Okay. So or you become a caretaker, a caregiver. And so there are so many different challenges that a person is going to have to face when we're talking about their marriage relationship. And we have to be able to roll with the punches that come along with them. And how do we do that? First of all, we've got to be together. We have to learn to be on the same page. We have to talk about things before they come upon us. How are we going to do this? Is it okay if I take $500 a month and send it to my mother or to your dad or whatever? You cannot get through the life stages with each other without talking and consulting and communicating with each other. My baby brother got that part. Oh, what part?
What did he get?
What part? The night sweats? Wait a minute. Or the sports car or the Walmart ring. I am so not sure what we're talking about right now. But all of these areas, you have to know that there's going to be some times that everything is not always going to be roses. Okay? All part of the life cycle you need to discuss. Yes, we got to be on the dang page. Yes, be on the same page, in the same book. Okay?
Yeah, and don't wait. And I think that's one of the tragedies is that people wait till they're in trouble to discuss getting out of trouble.
Yeah.
And you have to accept that reality. If you're young and the Lord prolongs his coming, then you're going to get old.
Yes.
If you're in good health, it may be a chance that you may experience some poor health. And you have to do the things to contribute to good health and longevity.
Yes.
If you want to contribute to having money beyond today.
Come on.
Right.
And having something to leave with
that's
you.
Right.
And listen, and not only something to leave, but while you are living, you should have something put aside so that just in case that there is an issue that you're able to do so. And one of the things that we tell young couples is that they should try their very best. And I know it can be hard, but try your very best to see if you can live on not two incomes, but on one. What, honey?
It's shade. Ever done. That part about when folks get older, taking care of it.
You are a man.
She is past
She passed the plate. There's the plate. You can put in your offering.
Pass the baton.
Okay. So you're so silly. So both of y'all, you and your daughter, Kim Hargrove, the Shady Queen, is back in session. Okay. So these are the things you have to do. Why is it? You have to prepare financially. You have to prepare spiritually. What if something happens where one of you can't work? Then what? And some of you all have this traditional mindset, which there's nothing wrong with it. Some of you have a complementarian mindset. Some of you have an egalitarian mindset. And whatever you want is up to you, but you need to know the differences and know where you stand. Okay? Because if your husband or the wife is incapacitated and cannot work, then what are we going to do? Emergency funds are always needed, 3 to 6 months worth. Yes. Wow. And that's not just emergency fund is $1,000. You should have 3 to 6 months of living expenses, 6 months of rent, 6 months of mortgage, 6 electric, water, all of those things. Is it hard? Yes. Sometimes it can be. And
a sacrifice
to get it. But when you have it, you feel you can breathe.
Yes.
And one of the issues that people have when we're talking about relationship is always in money. Whenever there's an issue with money, there's going to be some other things that kindly roll up into there with it, because it gives you, it causes you strain, right? Most people live above their means. It's true.
And when you're in that place of strain financially, everything else comes in play.
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
If you can't cook, you're ugly. You're not putting up. You're not doing what you need to do in intimacy. Right. All of that comes into play.
Yeah. She said, especially when you see them cute boots. Yes. It's the truth, though.
You have to say no.
Yeah. Can we do without two brand new vehicles? Okay. We have to begin to do some family planning. How many children would we like to have? When we do, where we're going to live? Is this going to be a good location for school? There's a lot of things, you all. It's more than just getting a ring and going down an aisle. House looking like Sanford and Son. Right. Precisely. I can live with you if we was in a cardboard box. And I know I could. I don't want to. Right. God said it like this. Yeshua said, the poor you will have with you always. But he didn't say that I was designated to be the poor, right? I want to be that one that's blessed so that I can give to the poor. Can't cook, looking like a gremlin.
Oh my God.
Can't get
on a roll.
Wait a minute. Wait. I couldn't even finish that. Can't cook, looking like a gremlin. Can't give them wet or they'll multiply. Right. I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you how I got this ring. Wow. Ooh. I don't cook, I don't clean. Tell you how I got this ring. WAP. But you know what? Even that sometimes, hey Narissa, even that will get old. And when I say it'll get old, I'm saying that it's just like us. We pastor. And some people think that all pastors do is preach. And it is so far from the truth. And they also think that the only time you prepare for the preaching is, like a few minutes before service starts. And that is not the truth at all. There are hours thinking, praying, hearing from God. That's if you don't have the, because some people do, they have the list and they just preach whatever is next.
Sermons and just download them and
right?
Preach them. Lord help us. Dr. Enchanter said, trust has been a helpful thing for us
and a lot of prayer. Praise our God. And it does help. It definitely makes a difference.
You need faith. You need to have your faith, and you need to be discussing your faith and exercising your faith and walking in faith together.
That's it.
It's absolutely critical for a relationship to withstand the times.
And you might can't cook, you might can't clean, but that seed is not going to keep a man. Because let me tell y'all something. She was talking about the WAP. If that was what kept a man at home, then every prostitute would be married. Okay, let's think about this thing now. If that's what kept a man, if that was the only thing, then every prostitute would be married. Hey, 79 BT5 STR, thank you for joining. All right, so Sister Shirley is laughing. Y'all better do some cooking classes, yes, because somebody's gonna be hungry, and you don't want to eat out all the time because that'll kill you. She said that was a joke.
Yeah, you're making those delicious desserts. We know that you're
not. Right. Danielle is saying that was not a joke, but the shade. Oh my goodness. Okay, say that. Yeah, it is not going to hold a man at home because a man. Listen.
And guys, whatever you're laying down, bricks, pipe, whatever you're laying down, it's not going to be enough
to keep her at home. If you don't want to
talk, hungry, if you're not communicating with her, if you don't open up your heart and your mouth and begin to communicate with her and go to church with her and worship with her and serve God together with her, then, it's going to get tough. It's going to get a lot. Every relationship, and we always say this, relationships are not easy. Everybody would have one if that were the case. but it takes work. It takes
Yes.
work, and you have to be willing
Yes.
to
put
go to work.
put the work in. Um, my Lord. He says cooking classes turned into Jerry Springer. Listen, Jody, Tyrone, Daniel, whoever he might be, right? They will find a way in, because as soon as they see that you are not receiving, is your are you a man will ask you how you doing. You say that I'm married, and they will ask you some more follow-up questions. Follow-up question number one: you happy? Because you look like you upset. Is he taking care of you? And so now, you know, the enemy is over here saying, is he taking care of you? But he could be doing better. And so next thing you know, you're in a whole full-on conversation, Eve, with a snake.
Tyrone, but that's Jerome
Jerome.
from South Beach. Jerome. G Money. G Money says, you got a man? Y'all don't watch reality TV. Sorry.
Cut it out. So she said they still will cheat even if you got a WAP. If you're not going to supply his love language, he will find it elsewhere. Yeah. Yes. All right. So y'all, those were some of the three that we just wanted to pull out for tonight, since we didn't get a chance to do it on Tuesday. And then last night, we ended up talking, because we weren't even supposed to be on last night. It was the whole Veterans Day. But we were able to sit down with you guys, and we had an amazing time. So you are here tonight, and you have not yet gone and gotten the download of the State of the Marriage address. We want you to know it is available to you at marriagemakes3.com. You can get it. It's free. Okay. This is a free resource. We give you all this one so that you can go through the questions, talk with your spouse, check up what's going on in your marriage and relationship, so that you can fix some things. The problem that we have seen more times than not, is that people wait until it's at critical level. Everything has fallen apart. We don't talk. We don't see each other. And we're going through all of that before you ever go in and say, how are we doing? We don't wait until we are full blown with whatever could possibly be going on inside of our bodies before we go to the doctor, right? You go for regular checkups. Don't wait until 6 years and then you talking about, oh, I need to go get my teeth clean. Well, now you got to sit up in them folks' chair for hours, and they are like standing on top of you with a shovel trying to get the plaque out of your teeth. You're supposed to go every 6 months. And so this is a tool that is going to help you to do just that. Check out the state of your marriage. Take its temperature so that you will know how to proceed. What do we need to do? What do we need to fix? What do we need to change? What do we need to work on? And I promise you it's going to help. It was a man in my inbox talking about, can he be can he be my sugar daddy and me his sugar baby for $3,500 a week? I said, boy, bye. Okay, who's talking about what? Kimmy dog.
Everybody rich on the inbox.
And in the inbox, she a millionaire. She got a whole chef and a maid. Yes, and that's the whole truth, right? From taking y'all money, okay? Because she ain't getting none of mine. All right. So, guys, let me know. Tell us tonight, did this help you all? Is this something that caused y'all to think? Is it something that you'll be able to tell someone, listen, you need to really check on this area in your marriage, in your relationship? Let me know. Just respond to us. Put a heart or a thumbs up or something in the chat so we'll know. We endeavor to educate you all. We are endeavor to give you all information that is going to be helpful. And if we ever cease to be helpful, then we might as well just stop what we're doing. Okay, thank you, Dr. Enchanta. She said, yes, ma'am. What's his Instagram? You are a mess. She doesn't have to cook or clean. She got the money for that. True. this is something that we do only because of the passion that we have for our people and their relationships. Too many times we have seen people that come in and they come to church and they've been married for 11 years and they still aren't where they need to be as far as their marriage or even their walk with God. Now, we can help with the walk with God, okay, if you will listen, but we all have our own will, right? And God doesn't breach our wills. We have to declare to him, I surrender, and then he will pull us in, okay? He doesn't hit you over the head and say, oh, you're going to be a believer today. This is the day that you're going to give your life to me. He gives you an opportunity after opportunity. Some people take it, some people leave it, okay? And so we want to be able to not only help people to grow spiritually, but also relationally, because that's where we've been missing it. A lot of people just really, because they didn't grow up in the way that someone was teaching them any of this. Some people are out here, had been in abusive relations and don't know what regular looks like or normal should be. And so this is why we're here, and we appreciate you guys to come in here and be with us. An ounce of prevention is definitely worth a pound of cute.
And then she said, "Kier, go back up, honey." Shirley made another comment. Regarding the information. It's great information. She said, "Here."
It was great information. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. And Offset still cheated, so boom, there it is. Because Offset is Cardi B's man.
Okay.
All right. And she was talking about divorcing his tail just the other day. I think they back together or something. I don't know for sure. She said facts. Amen. So we appreciate you guys so very much. Please don't forget to share this. Let someone know that the State of the Marriage is available to them, that all they have to do is go over to bit.ly/MM3LINKS. If they're married, if they're single, listen, tell them to get that Dateology. Send them the link. Let them know that there is help available to them. Now, listen, we're not free, but when you do stuff free, sometimes people don't appreciate it because they're not accountable. And so we have to do what we need to do. And our time means something to us. Okay. So we do this Tuesday through Thursday between 9:30 and 10-ish, right? However, when you want us on different days, then you're going to have to be able to make an investment in yourself and in your relationship. And you might as well make it on the front end instead of waiting until the back end when it's all tore up, when it's all a mess. Because let me tell you, a lawyer is going to charge you between $150 to $300 per hour to do any work for you. Okay, and this is why we're here. We're trying to help you to prevent having to deal with all of those issues. So he gave her a Rolls Royce for her birthday and she took him back. Listen, if they need MM3, give them the link, inbox them, at them, and tell them what they need to do so that we can get a hold to them. Go and get your free encounter session, 15 minutes with Pastor G and myself. We'll be able to help you guys to get your relationships on and popping. Thank you so much again. She said facts for the lawyer.
Thank you for your time and care.
God bless you. Amen. We absolutely do. So y'all remember what we always say here, right?
We do. We always say that God loves you. We remind you of that.
He does.
Because that's important. He does. And we love you too.
We do.
And ain't a thing you can do about it. Up in here. Thanks for joining us. And we'll see you all
on Tuesday.
Soon.
Okay. If you'd like to make a donation to Tribe Judah Ministries, you can go to bit.ly/TJM donate. All small letters, bit.ly/TJM donate. And there you'll be able to sow into this ministry. We appreciate you guys so very much again. We love you. And we'll see you guys on Tuesday night if we don't see you on Sunday for morning service at 11 a.m. at Tribe Judah Ministries.
You got time to get here. Get on the road. Get in the air right now. Thank you, Dr. Enchanter, for holding it down.
Yes, thank you so much
for us. Thank you
love you all.
Deirdre, Kimmy, Shirley.
All of y'all, and all of you all that are watching, because we know that there's some of you that never come in, but you all are checking it out. We thank you.
Anything,
but it's okay. We know you out there. It's all right. We love you too. Now have a great night. God bless.